¿Cómo estás, YouTube? It's your boy Louis or Luis, and I'm back with another video. And today's video is going to be very self-explanatory, guys. I feel like there's a lot of information in the sales space, right? As you guys could tell by the topic, I'm going to be speaking about a first-timer a first-time salesman. So a person that's just barely going into an industry and trying to make as much money, and most likely your goal is to make six figures if you're barely starting off a sales job. Or maybe you're just trying to make it by, right? Make your first $50,000, $60,000 in a job. Whether you're starting at 18, whether you're starting at 29 or 30 or even 40, 50 years old, it does not matter. These tips that I'm about to share with you guys are going to be how I was able to manage over millions and millions of dollars in sales in the solar industry. So I achieved a lot doing this in the beginning, right? So in the matter of 6 months, I was already making a six-figure income with no sales experience. So I have a grip on what I'm saying when it comes down to it, and I comprehend this field very, very well. The reason why is because I've studied and I studied and I studied, and I love this game, right? So with these tips that I'm about to share with you, it's not no joke. Like, if you guys actually do these tips, you guys could actually become very, very successful, whether you're doing door-to-door, whether you're selling insurance, whether you're getting on phone sales, whether any type of sales. If you implement these steps, you're gonna see extraordinary results. And I'm just gonna give you guys also a rundown of how blessed you guys are to become a salesman, because a lot of people, when they get into these type of industries, they tend to think like, hey, well, I'm a salesman, I only get paid commission only, so this is not really a job unless I sell, whatever, I'm not going to be able to make salary, whatever the case may be. All I'm going to tell you right now, understand how privileged you are. Understand how privileged you are, because a salesman can make any type of money that they want. So let's just say, for example, a doctor would have to wait probably, what is it, 8 years of school, 9 years of school, whatever it is, the amount of schooling that he has to do, and he's barely gonna make 200,000. You have the ability to get inside an industry and to make as much income as you want, as long as you work your butt off. And I'm not talking about working your butt off for over like 3 to 4 years. I'm actually saying that you could do this in the matter of 6 to 7 months, 8 months to a year with a company, right? Obviously, you have to find the right company structure, the right commission structure. But if you find the right company and you believe in your company, and assuming that you're watching this video, you probably barely got your first sales job, you're privileged, man, because you could be able to control your income and you are in the driver's seat. That's what sales gives you. It gives you power. The reason being is because you could go into any industry and you could do this. If you implement these steps that I'm about to show you right now, it's not going to just be working in the solar industry. I've been able to actually take these tips and implement them. In the matter of 6 months, I was already making a six-figure income in my first solar company with no sales experience, okay? So I was able to produce over millions and millions of sales in the solar industry with these tips that I'm about to share with you guys right now. I did these exact same steps. I'm no smarter than anyone else. I'm just a goofy kid that just didn't quit and used these and leveraged these steps and leveraged the experience towards my favor, okay? So with that being said, I don't want to talk too much. I don't want to give you guys too much fluff, but the reason why I had to share that is to tell you guys have an opportunity of a lifetime, whether that's selling insurance, whether that's selling mortgages, whether that's selling cars, whether that's selling solar, whether that's selling cosmetics, any type of multi-level marketing, whether it's door-to-door, A to B, A to C, A to Z, whatever the hell you want to, whatever you want to call it, right? You have an opportunity, and don't waste it. Obviously, you're part of Lou Nation. You're watching this video because you want to become the best. You want to be the best in your industry, and you want to take over the world, guys. Don't matter if you're 30, 10, 15, 25. You could do this in any industry, and you could do this at any age. All right, number one. So number one is gonna be, this is the biggest thing, and a lot of people are gonna be like, well, duh, like I already knew that, right? So when it comes down to sales, the number one thing that you have to keep in mind is that you have to reframe your failures, okay? So that's number one, okay? So you have to reframe your failures. The reason being is because you have to understand that failure is not failure it's just experience, right? So failure is a part of life. It's a part of learning. It's a part of growing. It's a sign that you're doing something and you're trying hard to the point where you're not succeeding. Because if you're not failing and you're always winning, think about how fucking boring that would be. After you would make the millions, after you would make the billions of dollars, you would just be like, God damn, like, is there anything else to life? I always get told yes. No. You have to be able to appreciate the lows to be able to get to the highs. But is it really a low? That's why I'm saying reframe. Because at the end of the day, if you get told, hell no, I don't want it on the phone, you have to be able to get on that phone and be able to hang up that phone and just say, hey, you know what? I'm closer to my yes. Instead of, oh my God, no one wants it. No one wants to buy from me. I'm going to be in this situation forever. I'm never going to be able to get past this. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever the story that you're telling yourself, the sad story, I'm here to tell you it does not exist, okay? Reframe everything. Become better and decide to be positive. Decide that you're not gonna take the easy way out, because that's the easy way out. It's the easy way out is to be able to say that I'm stuck here. I'm stuck here forever. I can't do anything. The world, Obama, Trump, all of this stuff. No, you're here because you believe that you could do this, and reframe every bad thing that happens, whether it was flats. I was running into flats getting to my job. I didn't have a car in the beginning, right? If you want to know more about my story, go into my previous videos and look at my life story, and you'll be able to see that I'm not lying to you. I've had those struggles, so I know what you're thinking when you're going through those failures. I've been in that seat, right? I've been completely broke. I've been completely down and out. So that's why I'm sharing this with you, okay? Number 2 is gonna be know your numbers. Know your numbers in your industry, okay? So how the hell are you gonna know how much you have to work? And you would be surprised. A lot of people don't even know their numbers in their industry. When I tell them right away and I hop on a call with someone that wants to be able to be coached on their sales or anything like that, and honestly, I don't do that like as a living. I don't coach. I'm not here to sell you my coaching or anything like that, or sell you my program, because I do that completely private. Only for people that know me closely could get access to me. So in reality, I don't coach anybody. So don't DM me on Instagram. Don't contact me asking for coaching, because I don't coach people and I don't charge anyone for this type of advice. This is just as close as it's gonna get with me coaching as of right now. Maybe in the future, I'm not trying to be that guy. That's, yeah, whatever the case may be. So let's get back on topic. Number 2 is know your numbers, okay? So you have to know your numbers in your industry, and you'd be surprised how many people don't know their numbers. So they don't even know how many doors they have to knock, or how many people they have to call in order to get a yes. And it's obviously an average number, guys. It's not gonna be the exact number every single time, but it's gonna be the industry average. And the way you could figure this out is that you could look it up online. Usually it'll pop up industry averages, or you could go to the person that hired you and ask him what is the industry average, and he has to know it. If he doesn't know it, well, then I would consider a different employer, because you're probably not in the right place at the right time. So I would get out of there immediately. So that's number 2, know your numbers, okay? Know how much you're gonna have to work to be able to get to even the small or the big goals that you're trying to hit. 3, trust, guys. So it's gonna be make your job your lifestyle. Okay, so this is probably like how I said, this probably sounds very common, but a lot of people don't do this. Is that they think that their job is just something that they do part-time. You have to be a professional, guys. When you're not working, you have to make it part of your lifestyle. If you know that you're already starting off with a little bit less talent, well, then you're gonna have to work a little bit harder to be able to get ahead of certain people in the industry, okay? You can't be the person that's just slacking and not working outside. To be the best, you have to put in overtime, like Floyd Mayweather says. To be the best, you have to push past a certain threshold to be able to become that beast. okay? So you have to put in overtime in the beginning, and think about how blessed you are, because in reality, you're not gonna be doing that for a long time. I was able to do it in 6 months. The reason being is because I was working day in and day out, and I wasn't talented. You're probably talented. You have way more talent than me, that's for sure. I started stuttering, I started mumbling. I couldn't even like pronounce my words correctly. I have a very thick accent. You could tell I'm Mexican. You could tell I'm raza. Other than that Mexican flag, you would know right away I'm Mexican and I'm paisa. The reason being is because I have an accent. So a lot of people thought that that was a disadvantage, but I ended up making it my advantage, okay? So that's the type of stuff that you guys need to be on. So that's very, very huge when I tell you guys, make your job your lifestyle. It has to be something that you guys do outside. Like, if everyone's putting the same amount of hours in your office, how the hell do you expect to catch up, bro? Especially if they're already better than you. If they continue to work the same amount of hours, there's no gap, guys. There's no type of gap. So if there's no type of gap, man, there's not gonna be any way that you could progress or even get better. So number cuatro, hitting myself. 4 is gonna be record yourself, guys. So record yourself. That's gonna be a very, very important one, and no one does this in the industry. You know why? Because everyone feels uncomfortable to do this, okay? Obviously, know the guidelines inside your guys' state or city or wherever you're at. Look at the guidelines that you have to follow, because there are certain laws when you're recording certain people. So you have to learn how to work across that. So for example, if you know you're gonna record a conversation, just feel free, hey, you know what? This call is being recorded just for quality and monitoring training purposes, whatever the case may be, whether you're physically on a phone or you're on a door, just be like, hey, I just wanna be able to make sure that I'm giving you the best quality of service. So what we do is that we actually monitor all our calls and report to our managers, just for we could be able to provide a better quality of service as we start to progress and as we start to grow. That's how I would get over it. But that's really huge. A lot of people don't do this, is record yourself. The reason why they don't do it is for 2 reasons. It's because they're kind of like, they don't know the gray area of like how to get across it, and they think that they're gonna make the customer feel weird. Or second is that they just simply, this is the most prevalent one, and no one likes to hear themselves fuck up. No one likes to hear themselves make a mistake. The reason being is because it just sucks, right? You don't want to go revisit an L, right? But it's just like anything in this world, right? If you don't watch film, imagine if Kobe Bryant, every time he lost a game, he wasn't able to watch film. Well, that would defeat the purpose of losing, right? Because there's only so much that you're gonna remember in your head. And keep in mind that you have a bias inside your head that you'll make a story up just to make it seem like, hey, you know what, that person didn't want it, whatever the case may be. But what if you had critical feedback from someone else that was able to hear that recording, whether it was your manager, your higher up, or anyone else that would be able to give you guys a little bit more of an understanding of what you guys are going to be doing when it comes down, what you're doing wrong when it comes down to the sales process, okay? So tip number 5 is going to be get a coach, get a coach, get a coach. And most likely, if you're watching this video, you're open to getting a coach. The reason why is because low-key, I'm kind of coaching you on how to get better in sales. So that means that you already have an open mind on getting better and progressing as a human being. Obviously, you're part of the Lou Nation, so you want to get better. You want to get skill up to be able to build up, to be able to make millions and millions of dollars and create freedom for you and your family and all your loved ones, all right, guys? So you're a freaking badass. So most likely, all my viewers are not going to have trouble with this one, but get a coach just means whether you could afford it. You can't afford a coach right now, right? But you have a job. So if you have that sales job, just go and emulate the best person that's in the room. That's the bonus tip, all right? If you can't afford a coach because they're charging $2,000, $3,000 a month, whatever the case may be, well then find the person that is in the best in your vicinity, the best in your office, the best in your region, the best in your district, and emulate that guy. Ask him if you could be able to take him out to like a dinner. It doesn't matter if the dinner is goddamn Subway, all right? Whatever you you could afford in the beginning, but give him some type of value and ask him. Be like, hey man, is there any way that I could be able to listen into your phone calls? Is there any way that I would be able to be taken under your wing, man? I really do admire you. I respect you. You're gonna have to sell them on it, right? So use your guys' charisma, use your, be very friendly, be respectful. And as long as you're that, I don't see a person that's actually a top producer in their industry denying someone that is trying to progress and trying to get better. And if they do, well then find the second best person in the office and then ask him for help, okay? So that's gonna be it for the video. I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys for tuning in the whole video. If you guys did make it to the end and you guys made it this far, I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for all the support. I hope this video gave you guys tons of value and you guys could go and implement these steps and go out and kill it in your industry. I want to be able to look back at this video and be able to say, hey, we helped out 50 people like 2-3 years down the line when you guys are crushing it in your guys' industry and I run into you and you guys are multi-millionaires and you guys are doing big stuff and you guys run into me. As long as you guys tell me, hey, I helped you guys out in some certain way, that's why I make these videos, okay? So I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that thumbs up if you guys enjoyed. And until next time, I love you guys. Peace. And just remember, guys, you guys are part of Lou Nation. You guys make the extraordinary look ordinary. Until next time, guys. Love you guys. Peace.